around and stuff. And the sky was yellow and the sun was blue. It's the lyrics out of the song, but it made me think about how we take for granted what we see. It's always that way, so you take it for granted and you miss details. It's a common problem. Oh, it's a common problem. And most people don't see shadows. The shadows that things cast. And shadows are interesting to me. But the whole point is that the sun was blue and the sky was yellow. Not. We accept the way it is, but it doesn't have to be that way. It could have been other ways. And which poses the question is how much we don't see, how much we don't hear, or how much we don't grasp things around us. I've been digging in the yard, dirt. Also been studying some physics, quantum physics. And it was interesting, all of a sudden it occurred to me that dirt's like quantum physics, individual particles and then clumping, and they act in certain ways. And, it's like dirt can be used as a model for quantum physics interactions. I don't know how to calculate the stuff, but there you go. And the ocean, wave mechanics, I think it would be a perfect thing to use to do wave mechanics having to do with cosmology and physics of all kinds. Anyway, the sun was blue and the sky was yellow. And you're not going to grasp this one. I understand that. I'm not sure I did. It just occurred to me, that's all. And I was looking out at how blue the sky was, and it was really blue the other day. And it doesn't get that blue unless there's a storm come through and the skies are really clear, and they're not really clear. And I can't remember when I was a kid, but I suspect they were really blue when I was a kid before all the pollution. And now we don't get it that often. It's not blue like a robin egg blue, The sun is, I don't know if it's yellow. It's not really yellow to me. I don't know what color it is. I don't really look at it a whole lot, if you know what I mean. I don't spend time gazing at the sun. I understand people have done that, but I did gaze at the sun out in Arizona up on top of the peak and watch the sun go down, and I got sun eyes out of it. But anyway, thinking if you look around at anything, you see it and you accept what you see, but it could be all kind of other ways. And if you stood on your head, and my dad could do that, he could stand on his head. I could never try it. But if you stand on your head, things look different. And periodically, you ought to try to look different. Look at things differently. Somehow, I don't know, take something away, add something, and see it differently. From everything you look around, including people, you're not going to get this one. I'm not sure I get this one either. But the bottom line was the sun was blue and the sky was yellow. And maybe in another planet, in another place, that's the case. And we're all fishy, intelligent fish like whales, only we're real smart, And Aquaman, under the water technology. And the one that had where water formed into critters and creatures, and I can't remember that one, the name of the movie, but it was interesting because water took a shape, which reminds me of something I thought about the other day. When I was doing dirt, was that it was like I had in my head a puzzle, a picture of a puzzle, a barn and a pasture and everything, and it's been made into a puzzle. It's got 5,000 pieces. And so if you're trying to put the puzzle together to match the piece, you have to, usually I work on the edges first, and then, you know, you're looking for shapes that line up and so on. Okay, so I have this picture in my head of what my yard's supposed to look like. The problem is that all of the puzzle pieces are water. They're fluid, they're liquid, there's no edges, they're always moving and shaping. How do you put the puzzle together just like that? Huh? Oh yeah, that's what I ran into. All the puzzle pieces were liquid and gushy and mushy. And it was three-dimensional, of course. But I had this perfect picture in my head, but I didn't know how to put the pieces together to make it work. So I've tried various combinations, you know, and because part of the issue for me is water. Storms come by and we have massive flooding going on everywhere. You know, so how do I get the drainage right? Water is a significant piece of the puzzle, but the pieces are all fluidic. The sun was yellow and the sky was blue. And this is the 14th of September, 2023. Uncle Ron and stuff. Just remember, you're not seeing it all.